I f***ing love this album.
Hi, I'm Gijs.
Hi, I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Jan-Roel.
And we are Sylvium. And you're watching LiveProg.
Hello and welcome to LiveProg. I am Marcel Haster. A while ago I picked up that on May 25th a Dutch progressive metal band was doing an album presentation show at Popeye in Eindhoven. I know that venue, I've been there before, and I figured, it's close by, you know what, let's go and have a look. I was vaguely familiar with the band, I heard the name, I hadn't really heard their music, so before I saw the show, I just looked up some music on YouTube and I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. This is going to be probably my first real progressive metal show, because I've been to lots of prog rock shows, but this was the first metal show, so I put in some earplugs. I gotta buy better earplugs next time, because these did not protect my ears as well as they should, or they just played that heavy. That is also possible. As you can see, I got a shirt, I got a CD, and I got a set list. I had a great time at that show. I really loved it. I was really impressed with the music that Armed Cloud was bringing, because yes, that's the band Armed Cloud. You knew it, of course. I showed it before the video even started, so why am I doing this? I don't know. They also had a support with them, Starscream, a band from Eindhoven, which played more like hard rock kind of music, which was, I gotta say, was quite nice. They were great musicians, and when I was listening to them, I was like, all right, here's a question probably no one ever asked. How would it sound like if Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin would sing with Black Sabbath? That was pretty much what I was hearing, at least in one song of these guys, which was kind of nice. But I digress, let's go back to the music. Like I said, before I went to the show, I listened to some songs on YouTube. One of the songs that really resonated with me was the second song they put out, which was the first track on this album, called Safety Word, which you can find on YouTube. There's a link here and there's a link in the description below. And that gives a pretty good impression of what Armed Cloud has to offer. They bring kick-ass progressive metal with heavy, crunchy guitars, great guitar solos in it, a powerful rhythm section, excellent keyboards, and an impressive vocalist. The first video they put out with songs from this album is actually the second song on the album, and again, this is a really beautiful album, and I gotta say, I really like that very much. It's called Angel of Frost, and here we have a real treat, because there's a guest singer on this track, Marcel Bovio from Stream of Passion. She's doing vocals as well, and that creates a really interesting song, especially vocally. It's really nice to hear these two singers together on that track. Pretty much there I got a big impression, they're heavy, but they're still melodic, and they bring a lot. They have some great guitar work in it. When I was listening to the album, I noticed that although it's a really heavy album, they do bring a little bit of variety in it, because when I was listening to track number 5 on the album, The Ones Who Are Lost, that one is kind of different. It's still heavy, but it's very proggy. There's a lot of lush keyboards on it, which gives it almost a poppy feel to it, despite the fact that it's still, well, definitely a metal song. But that's really interesting. So you see, even that, it's not they just go on full heavy and that's about it. Because when you go to track number 9, and again, that was really impressive to see live as well, that we go to a sort of a ballad. It's just like vocals and acoustic guitar. It's a really softer song. It's a really beautiful song, and also live it really gives you some goosebumps. So that's pretty good. And to show you that even within the heavier parts, you have progressive metal, but you can still put it up a notch. You have the track number 4, Demon I, Demon You, which they also played live, which was pretty impressive. But that one is borderline thrash metal, and I gotta say, wow, whenever that track comes on, my volume goes a little bit up, because I really love that track. There's so much great stuff to hear on that. It's all heavy, it's all progressive, it's everything what I just mentioned you find in those tracks, so it's a really amazing track. I kind of think they saved a little bit of the best for last, because the last track on the album, track number 10, clocking almost 9 minutes, longest song, Social Sludge, that is a truly epic progressive metal track. That is really amazing, and I love that very much. And what I also like about this band, and that is also mentioned like before this on the show, before the songs, sometimes it was like given a sort of the kind of an introduction, like what the songs were about, and that shows me that lyrically they also have something to offer. The songs, they really, the topics they tackle with these songs, they really, well, mean something. I mean, let's take what the track I named last, Social Sludge. I think you get a pretty good idea what that is all about. That is a song about the effects that social media have on our lives. Social media can have good sides. I mean, I use it as a tool to promote my videos. Bands do it as a tool to promote their music, to interact with fans. So there are good sides on it, but unfortunately there are also a lot of bad sides on it. And I'm not going to start mentioning them. You'll probably know that. But also songs about the state of the world, how things are going, not just with ourselves, but on a global scale. Things are not going well. There they have songs about. And of course, songs like Demon I, Demon You. I think that's pretty much covers it. It's about how we treat each other. You know, we all have our demons, but how do we interact with each other? How do we treat each other? That is something that we all can have an influence on ourselves, you know, by just making sure we treat other people good. And that was one of the things that I kind of liked when he mentioned that, is that despite the fact that we're all evil, we all do bad things, but we are stuck together on this planet and we have to make it work somehow. And those kind of things, that's what you find on this album. That's what I love very much. So, like I said, live, the band absolutely delivers. The songs they play here, the guitar solos on it, and also when you listen to the album, it is so great. I love this very much. I always said, you know, I love progressive rock a lot, but I also love the progressive metal and the metal stuff quite a bit. And this one is as good as they get, really. This is kick-ass album. I love it very much. And also on the show, like I said, they are top-notch musicians. They bring their A game to it. I mean, if you look at the drums on the show, that was awesome. The keyboards, they were lush. I love that very much. The guitar solos, the bass, everything is there. It's fantastic to hear and fantastic to see the band on stage having fun, but also Daan Dekker, the vocalist. When you see him on stage, he's an amazing frontman. He really gets the reaction of the crowd. I mean, and with the first song, the people were a little bit to the back, and he's like, yeah, come more to the front, I won't bite, you know, stuff like that. And people actually moved up to the forward a little bit more. So those kind of things, that make it really incredible. So altogether, you know, I gotta say, after that show, I am a fan. I am an absolute fan of Armed Cloud, and I'm gonna dig into their previous albums, like this one, because I'm really curious what more they have to offer. But for now, Nimbus, I love it very much. And have you noticed the amazing artwork? This cover, I really love that very much. Well, you've seen some more of the artwork in the video, but I love it very much. So altogether, I say, an amazing kick-ass album. What I also liked is it's been released by May Productions. And when I looked up May Productions, I noticed a few familiar names, Ben van Gastel and Fred Box. I used to know them from a Dutch band called Sylvium. And they, in addition to making music, they are also now having a label and releasing some amazing music like this. So, well, I'm really happy they did. And I'm really happy I went to that show, because if I didn't got to that show, I would have never got to this album and well, do this video and enjoy this great music. So, Armed Cloud, if you're new to it, if you like heavy progressive metal, check it out, definitely. And if you are familiar with them, you probably already have the album. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite track on this album? I think you know mine. If you listen well, you know what my favorite track is. Alright, Nimbus by Armed Cloud, it's out now. Go and get it and enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys with a new video.